Have you ever thought about the similarities between Candace Owens and Katt Williams? Now, let me start off right off the bat. Race has nothing to do with this. So if you think of that similarity, that's not it. What is it? What is happening here? A little background. I see things beyond the immediate, okay? As much as I am fascinated by the complete and total intellectual, emotional, and spiritual collapse of Erica Kirk is not going to be around for much longer. There's nothing there. She'll say some things, she'll have another episode where she'll maybe receive another stupid award or degree, or she'll say something and we'll laugh. But it doesn't mean anything because she has absolutely no power whatsoever. People are turning around and just backing up, backing off, leaving her alone. They recognize the fact that she is no more, no mas. It doesn't exist anymore. This is a strange concept for people to understand, but she is not there. She is like a star that burned out millions of years ago, but the light is still coming here, or hasn't reached us yet. So we're gonna still see it, but it's not there. There's no Erica Kirk. Nothing. TPUSA is a bunch of little boys, a bunch of little effete, fey, little sprites and imps prancing about, talking about I don't know what, abandoning the cause, abandoning the mission, abandoning Charlie's message, and instead they're just talking to themselves. So that's over. So let me just say this again and make sure you understand this. It's over. And people will pay as much lip service because they don't want to admit that it's over, but it's done. It's finished. It's through. It's done. And one day, well, not one day, now, the issue is going to be the Tyler Robinson case. Okay, so believe me when I tell you this, it's still fun. Don't get me wrong, it's fun. There's something oddly, glorious about going back and finding out this one's a fraud and this one did this and this one did that. But it doesn't matter. It's going to be like just talking about a franchise team, the 100. It's just not. There's nothing there anymore. Erica Kirk has nothing to offer. Now that doesn't mean we're not going to talk about her because she's going to say something stupid, and I'll be there right with you. But looking beyond that, that's not it. It's going to be the Tyler Robinson case. You see this Murdaugh case yesterday in South Carolina? They ordered a new trial. And they ordered a new trial just because, and I agree with it 100% procedurally, because of the fact that there might have been some improper use of prior past convictions, the prior bad acts, which is something I hate, and I've talked about this forever. It's what they did to Harvey Weinstein. And also there might have been some misconduct on the part of the clerk who might have been talking to the jurors improperly. Now, what you have to understand and grasp and really get is that in that particular case, that was mild compared to the fact that in the Tyler Robinson case, he didn't do it. Not only that, didn't do it, there's no evidence. I don't think people really understand this. I don't think they really, really understand this joke. Somebody really pushed this. They were a little bit too eager to proceed with this prosecution without realizing there is nothing to this. The rifle cannot be connected. There is no confession. And the confessions make no sense. And there's reasonable doubt upon reasonable doubt. That simple, 100% period. End of discussion. End of discussion. Okay? Okay. Now, the other issue, and this is important to understand. Candace Owens is being elevated through an apotheosis, a beatification, an elevation. I see something so big. as being a political powerhouse, political, societal, cultural, media powerhouse that we've not seen. Can you think of anybody like her right now? No. Close, if not similar, not identical, is Tucker Carlson. Tucker has absolutely redefined his role in terms of power. Look at what he did in the case of Thomas Massey. He just turned the course of this by himself, one show. Because you see, his viewership and Candace's are loyal, and they're committed to something bigger than just appeasing the gods. All right, that notwithstanding. So here's Candace. Candace came along, and she redefined something. She wasn't, I don't know what you want to call her. Is she, what? To call her an influencer is almost insulting. Influencer, yeah. I'll call her influencer. Yeah, she's an influencer, all right. Yeah. She's influencing. She might be the most important person in the world. She might. Look at how the media are covering China. I don't want to get too off this, but they're living. They still think Rush Limbaugh is around and Reagan. They're living in the 80s or something. I don't know what they're doing. They don't understand this. But Candace has evolved and elevated through this incredible, this Promethean transformation, if you will, like nothing else. Now, parallel. Katt Williams. Katt Williams, when he speaks of the Illuminati, as he loves it, I love it. He bravely, and sometimes garishly, but nonetheless bravely, refers to the Illuminati. The Kevin Hart, you might say, oh, that's some stupid little roast. Oh no. That was a signal. That was firing the shot across the bow of the institutional entertainment and cultural and propaganda hierarchy. He said, I'm declaring war. And you can say, who's Kevin Hart? It's like, I don't want to explain this to you. He's a plant, he's a suck up, he's a cutout, whatever you want to call it. Okay. What really put him on board was the Club Shay Shay interview. Little word to the wise. When Katt Williams is drinking, he's phenomenal. When he's stoned, it's like talking to Mr. Lintbrush here. So do me a favor, KW, please. You think far better. It's like Hemingway said, write drunk but edit sober. When he is on a roll, and if you just watch the Shay Shay interview, by the way, Shannon Sharp has no idea where he is, much less anything that he's saying. But he is the person who basically is pulling back the curtain, showing the emperor has no clothes, the wizard, whatever metaphor you have, and destroying the most important element of the, how do I say this? The most important element of the influence that the shadow government has had by infiltrating everything, in addition to the usual areas, geopolitical stuff, but also entertainment, opinion, propaganda. He destroyed everybody. Came out of nowhere and destroyed everything. He is what we saw in the days of Dick Gregory and Mort Saul and Lenny Bruce and George Carlin and Bill Hicks. Go down the list. These are bigger. These are more. It's what Bill Maher wants to be. Bill Maher thinks he can do this. He can't. These are the innovators. They changed everything. Cat Williams is going to be, he's going to be a prophet. He reminds me of one of my other favorites from this unique perspective is KRS-One, who was phenomenal in terms of seeing what we talk about on a regular basis. Now, what is happening more than anything else is Candace is destroying, and by the way, concomitant to that, simultaneous to that, is the fact that everything that we know is changing, shifting, and collapsing. Watch what they are saying about crypto. Watch what they are saying about America's geopolitical stance on the intellectual and actual battlefield. What you hear on Fox News is the funhouse mirror. It's not the rabbit hole. That reminds me, it's like hearing somebody with their delusion of grandeur. It's like seeing somebody who's arrested who thinks they're something. Fox News still believes they are going to tell you what you want to be the truth. Not what the truth is. What you want to be the truth. If you were to believe that Trump is going to China triumphant, even in the handshake, did you see Xi Jinping? They got him. They told him, I said, listen, this may sound crazy to your sino-rational worldview, but I want you to make sure you put that hand out because he's going to challenge you. Trump is very, very basic, very sometimes caveman-like, very Neanderthal, very, pissing on the furniture to mark your territory. And there was Xi. Did you see this? He was ready to go. I mean, it was like, wow. That means a lot to Trump. That, believe me. See, Trump is a beautiful mixture of complex and primitively simple, working simultaneously, sometimes offsetting each other. The Middle East is a disaster. What was the perception ain't no mo. Nick Kristof's article, that's it. The gloves, I don't want to go into it. Robert Kagan, I mentioned this the other day, arguing that the Iran adventure has been a disaster. Victoria Nuland's husband. This is catastrophic. Catastrophic. I think I'm going to use that as a pun. In any event, Candace came out so, and I'm going to say this as a proviso, but as an explanation. It doesn't matter what the truth is. You can argue that all day long. What she said specifically about Middle East, Israel, Gaza, joining a host, a cacophony, a symphony, a chorus. The Mormon Tabernacle Choir, who were screaming and still talking about genocide with the ICC and ICJ. I cannot remember seeing anything so shape-shifting like this. Some of my more, Ward Cleaver media friends who were still kind of in regular news, they don't know what I'm talking about because they're watching Fox News, reading the Post and that kind of thing. This is huge. So we have these two people. One, Candace Owens, who has said, you want conservative, you want family values, I'm going to give it to you. Catholic, goes to Rome for confirmation, has a family, a husband, goes after the president's wife, uxor, to use the Latin term. It's a great word, by the way, UXOR. Uxorious, wife related. When you sue a man and a woman, his wife, you put to John Smith et ux, So anyway, So she's going after this uxorious distaff component, Brigitte Macron. Now, why is that important? I don't know how to tell you this. People will tell you in our world, I don't care what you do, as long as you don't involve children, whatever you do in your private life. No. People hate this. They hate this. You mention trans and what it is it's viewed as imposter, liar, phony. She went a little bit more. You got to go back and read the actual. By the way, remember what I'm telling you. That case is going to be dismissed with prejudice. A settlement, non-disclosure agreement. Goodbye. It's just. And now with Emmanuel, the Iranian, whatever, this young little chippy, of a platonic relationship. Oh, it's done. They're trying to say who talked us into this. What are we doing? Why am I? This is beneath the dignity of the president, the wife. I'm suing in Delaware because who gives a shit what she said? But that's going away. But anyway, when people saw this, I don't know if Candace knew this or she just happened upon it or backed into it. But a lot of people said, I'm for this 100% because I am sick and tired of this. I'm tired of these people, these men swimmers. I'm tired of this. That weird. Have you seen this weird, creepy guy at Disney World? I don't know who this fella is. I have no idea. But he's with a corn dog and he's talking as though somebody gives a damn about what he's talking about in Disney World. And what's with Disney World? Anyway, they're sick of it. Every time we see another person, another transgender kills somebody, another transgender, and we're like, argh. So all of a sudden, when she alleges, and I'm not saying anything one way or another, I have no independent knowledge as to the veracity, the verity, the truth, the accuracy of any allegations of Brigitte Macron not being what she appears to be. But people said, you go, Candace, go. I'm tired of this shit. They won't tell you this. They won't admit to it, but they love the fact because people are just disgusted with this stuff. So they see Candace as being, not only is she right geopolitically, this is what they think, not only is she right in terms of really trying to reestablish, the only one following Charlie's method or his message, but she's also doing something which is incredibly important. She's also doing something which is important because she's representing what a lot of people believe. Now, Katt Williams went right into this. Katt Williams is dealing with something that you may call homophobia. You may call it hate or intolerance. In the black community and in his community, there has never been an acceptance of alternative sexual lifestyles. Never. You may think there is. You may... Okay? And there was this idea of the emasculinization, the emasculinizing, basically the castration of the American black male through these companies that insist upon folks wearing dresses and all this other kind of stuff, and they have absolutely had it. And who is this Kevin Hart? A no-talent hat, just a hack. I'm not saying he's no talent. I don't know the first thing about it. Anyway. And then going after not only that, the way the background works, the way and he uses Illuminati. He is so spot on. He talks about the sexual perfidy, this terrorism, this thing that people are using to basically to disrupt and uproot and to dismantle and derail black culture, black male culture, and this sick, weird kind of it's kind of like this desecration of the black male, the black spirit, the black entertainment person. And Katt Williams, they love it. And he is just fearless. What you're seeing is something. Have you ever heard this before? No. Bill Cosby kind of, sort of, maybe a little bit tried this when he said, pull up your pants and all that thing. Okay. Then we found out what Bill Cosby was doing. While he was telling black men to pull up their pants, he was pulling down the pants of women who were just basically narcotized by something he slipped them. So he turned out to be a phony. And let me also tell you the role of entertainment and comedians. Remember what brought Bill Cosby down? Was it the Department of Justice? No. Was it law enforcement? No. Was it the media? No. Was it? No. It was a comedian named Hannibal Buress in, I don't want to say an obscure, but in a small, kind of a modest Philadelphia comedy club in 2016 or something, don't quote me on that, who basically held up his phone when phones were, and made this off-the-cuff statement regarding Bill Cosby. And that was the unraveling of Bill Cosby. That was it. That was the end of it. A comedian. And somebody who, I don't know, I'm sure he's got a great and flourishing career. I haven't seen anything like that yet. But what I'm saying is, if you think that Seb Gorka, Dr. Seb Gorka, if you think this guy or the White House or anybody, if you think that, put it this way, these two folks are more powerful than, Lutnick, Witkoff, Jared, Seb Gorka. I mean, they have policy. These folks command millions. And let me throw Tucker into the mix, because he's this other version of it. Everything is changing. So what I'm saying is, you look at Candace and Katt Williams. Candace, preeminent. But Katt Williams is able to go into this very kind of a secluded, almost a cloistered in a weird way, black entertainment community, and he's destroying it. It's a revolution. It's a reform. Candace, I can't say enough. Because remember something, I'm going to say it again. Erica Kirk, it's interesting, she's going to be gone. When she walks away, that's it. Nobody's going to go back and look at old speeches. She's gone. As long as she's here, that's why she's got to be gone, because as long as she's here, people will keep talking about her. And will keep destroying the efforts of TPUSA, which is also gone too, because that thing is just through. It's finished. So the next thing is going to be Tyler Robinson in terms of her, but also some other things as well. And what Candace has to understand, and what people have to understand, is two things in final points. Number one, Candace is loved. Now, I'm going to say this again. I'm not being overly unctuous. I'm not being saccharine or anodyne. I'm not going crazy with the paeans and the plaudits and the encomia and but it's true. She is loved. Katt Williams, notwithstanding what you might think would be his diminutive frame or whatever it is, is a killer. When he walks in and he starts talking, it's over. It's over. And believe me when I tell you this. The day after that roast with Kevin Hart, there's a lot of entertainment people who were saying, well, that's it. Kevin, nice knowing you, my friend. Nice knowing you. If Hannibal Buress could destroy Bill Cosby from a kind of a obscure Philly comedy club, Katt Williams, the most powerful and dangerous man in entertainment today. I don't want to say at black or whatever, but you use whatever you want. he could just step on you. And that's a warning for everybody else. And they also, if you notice something, they have had it with this acceptance, with this blind acceptance, with this blind acquiescence to gay lifestyles. Now, again, I'm not telling you that I endorse this. I'm telling you what he's saying. Look at what he said. Look at the slam. Look at what is happening. Look. There were more, well, people will say homophobic. Apparently that's, Mr. Williams didn't get the memo on that. And people resoundingly loved it. Because what Mr. Williams is saying to the black community is, be a man, stand up, recognize you are a male, and it's rather, some people say it's primitive. No, I think it's rudimentary. I think it's abecedarian. I think it's elemental. I think it is just axiomatic. It's just it's nature. And what Candace is doing is basically, she's doing the same thing. Don't forget the Brigitte Macron thing. She is standing up, and a lot of people are saying, you go. Because most people don't want to say it. They've had it with this. Let me tell you something. You look right now. Somehow freeze this. Take a screenshot of us now. By midterms, and I know this, I don't know if this is your cup of tea, but listen to me. What is going on right now in China is bigger than anything you have ever seen. I'm not going to get into the whole notion of Eurasian history, but Russia, China, and India are not going to let Iran fall. You are seeing a reconfiguration of the world's power. BRICS used to be kind of we'll see about that. And finally, and I know I said the final, this is my final thing. Do not say things are merely because you want them to be a particular way. Say what things are because they really are that way. If you watch kind of like the Fox News theory, they will tell you what they want to be. It's always low-hanging fruit, obvious stuff, you know. And I'm sorry, but a man who poisons his family, that's just wrong. Thank you. Thank you for that, Jesse Waters. Thank you. Thank you for going out on a limb, But this is something which is important. Listen to what people tell you the way things are. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't go and find news. Kind of like this is a Roger Ailes narrowcasting. Roger Ailes, by the way, who created Fox News, really the way it is right now, said, I'm going to give you a world in which what you want is reflected by the news. I'm going to let what you want. You're conservative, I'll give you conservative news. I'll also tweak it in such a way that the conservatives always win. Everything's great, liberals are bad, and you'll love this. And that's great. It's like you going to a doctor and saying, Doc, did you get my melanoma test back? I sure did. What can you tell me? Well, in other news, you don't have any cavities. Huh? No, we're not talking about that. What about the test? And you know what? You are looking good. Your blood pressure is that of a 20. You wouldn't accept that. That's what Fox News does. Here's some great news. The job satisfaction numbers are up. What does that mean? I don't even know what these things mean. Candace and Katt Williams tell you the way it is. I will tell you the way it is. And let me also tell you something. We are going to change everything. We're going to readjust things. And the people that are going to be the most important, the most critical, are going to be young people, the way it always should be. The old people, not in age, but in ideas. Not in age, but to be quite honest with you, most people in my generation, they're not worth a shit. They're living in some, I don't know where they are. They're thinking about, I don't know, woodworking or retiring. I have no idea. I can't relate to people in my age group. It's like, don't you remember the 60s? Huh? Oh, okay. They want to go to Walmart. Okay, good. We have to target new people who for the longest time have been living a life that's kind of clandestine, where they've never spoken before. We have to make them aware of AI. We have to make them aware of what's going on with the predation regarding our children. We have to talk about, oh my God, singularity is coming. You know that, right? Singularity, AI, and we have to take your attention and say, you've been able to focus greatly. You have been ignored. We're not going to ignore you anymore. We're on the brink of a revolution, and I know you want to be a part of it. That's it. Like this video. Liking it, we're looking at coming on 400,000. I'm right there for subscribers. It's a big number, it's a milestone. Candace has 6 million, he's looking at, and deserves every one of them. I'm just a kind of a mom and pop shop. Actually, kind of a pop shop. That's me. And I appreciate that nothing that I can do is possible without you saying, okay, I'll follow you. Okay, I'll listen to you. Okay, I'll like you. And I mean that. Whether I want this to be true, doesn't matter. It's true. So thank you for that. So like this video. Subscribe to the channel. You know, like 60 to 70% sometimes of the people who show up aren't subscribed. I don't know why that is. And also make sure you hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. Now, I've got some questions for you. I've got 5 very piquant questions in the comment section. Please review them, peruse them, and provide your thoughts and comments as you comment, as you see fit.